Hello friends, welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with a video, and this is the third episode for our Flutter with our WooCommerce series. And in this video we will learn how we can do the listing of our product listing and all on the basis of the selected categories. Also we can do the sorting and all, and we can also do the pagination also. So this is our application, and here if we click on any of the category, if I click on a grocery, you can see load is loading here. So it will give all the products for that particular categories, and here you can see the product image, then we have the product name, then we have the price, and then we have this add to cart button that we will cover later on. And here if we go to the bottom of the page, it will show the loader here. You can see here loader, and after that it will load 10 more records on the basis of that pagination and all with our WooCommerce APIs. You can see more record has been loaded. So if there is no record, then it will not show any loader here. So now all the records loaded. So here we have the sorting also. When we click here, it will show us on the basis of what we have to sort that products. So now if we click on the high to low. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe our channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. So in our application, we are going to use the provider statement. So this is our application. So in the previous two videos, we have covered the setup for the APIs. In the second episode, we have covered the category API integration, category UI in our Flutter application. So if you have not watched the video, first watch that video before starting with this video. So now we will go to PubSpec. Here we added our provider here package. Then we have to go to the config.dat file also. So here in the config.dat file, we have to define one more variable, and that will be static string products URL is equal to, and here we will write products. So now we have to create a model file, and for the model we are just going to put the few fields which will be required in our application. Here we will create a new file, and we will name it as a product_item.dat file. Here we have to create the class here, class product model, and we have to define few of that variables. First one will be our int type of product ID, then we have a string type of, and we will make it nullable also, product name. Then we have our string type of description, then we have a string type of price, then we have a string type of a regular price, then we have our string type of sale price, then we have to write here a list type of image model, and we have to create that class also, and here we will put images. And before proceeding here, we have to first create this model also, and that will be similar to our category model. We can copy from there also. We will copy this one and we will paste here. So now here we have to create a constructor here. We will write here product model, and we have to define all the variables which we have created. First one will be this type of product ID, this type of product name, this type of price, this type of regular price, this type of sale price, then we have this type of images. After that we have to write here product model dot from JSON, and we will pass here map type of string dynamic JSON, and we have to map all the fields which we are getting from our JSON API JSON, and we will write here product ID is equal to JSON, and we have to write here the field name which is coming from the API, and you have to make sure that name will be matched with the API response. That only you have to write here in the right side, and in the left side you have to write the variable name which we have defined here. So next one will be our product name is equal to, we will copy this one and we will write here name. Then we have the description here. We will write here JSON short underscore description, or we can use our proper description also. It's all depend on the requirement. And one thing here, in the short description or the description we will get the HTML tags also, but we don't require that in our Flutter application. Then you can replace it with the regular expression, and for that we have to write this code, toString dot replace all, and here you have to put the regular expression for the removing all the HTML tags and all. Then you have to write a price is equal to JSON price. Then you have our regular price is equal to JSON regular underscore price. Then you have the sale price is equal to JSON sale underscore price. Then here you have to check if we are getting the response for the images, then only we will do the parsing and all. We will write here JSON, and here we will get the collection of the images, so that's why we have to put here images not equal to null. Then we will write here images is equal to list type of image model dot empty global true. That means we are creating the object here, and we are telling here this object is going to be grow, like more data will be coming in this object. And then here we have to write JSON images for each, and here we have to add here images colon dot add, and we have to add it from our this image model dot from JSON v will be this value. So what we doing here, we have created one class here, product model, and there we are just define the few variable which is required in our application. You can increase the variable as per your requirement, but here we required only product ID, because on the basis of that product ID we can display the product details also in the next screen. Then we have this product name, then we have the description, price, regular price, sale price. Then here we have our images, then we have the constructor part here, and then we are just doing that from JSON so that we can do the parsing and all. And we are just passing from our product ID, product name, description, price, regular price, sale price. Then we are checking here if that JSON images is not of null. Then we are just creating the object for this images list collection. Then we are just doing the for each for this JSON images, and we are adding in this array. And similar for the image model also we did the same. So before moving further, also we have to write the one function here which will return our list of product models here. That will be similar which we did in the category model also. We can just copy from here and we can write here, and here we will change it to product model here also, and this one we will change it to products from JSON. So what it will do, it will just return us the list of product model from our API response and all. So now let's move further, and we will go to our API service file, and there we will write the code for our getting the products and all. And for doing that, we can also copy the same function from our existing code, that is get category. We will just copy this one and we will write here, and we will modify this code. First of all, we will change here to product model. Here we will change it to get products, and here in that query string we have to keep this consumer key and consumer secret key here. Then you have to remove this one which is not required, and here in the fields you have to change the fields according to this product API. First one will be the ID, then name, then we have our price here, then we have our regular price, then we have our sale underscore price, then we have our short description, then we have our images. So we are fetching only ID, name, price, regular price, sale price, short description, then we have the images here. And for this per page and page we have to remove from here, because we are going to implement the lazy loading here. Lazy loading will be like, first we will load the 10 products. When the user reach to the end of the page, bottom of the page, then we will load 10 more records, and in the similar way we will keep on doing the same till the time we not fetch all the records. And this is called a lazy loading, and also we can call it as a pagination also. And here we have to pass few of that parameters. First one will be in type of page number, then we have our in type of page size, then we have a string str search that will be used for searching any product, string type of category ID, because we are going to fetch the product on the basis of the categories also. When we click on any of the category, then it will load that products under that category. Then we have a string type of sort by. Then we have a string type of sort order is equal to ascending. Then here we have to check if str search is not equal to null. That means we are passing the variable value for this str search. Then we will pass in this query string as a query string, and here we have search, and we will pass this value str search. That means whenever we pass any str search value, then it will search that particular product here. In the similar way, we have to do for our page size also. Page size, here we have to pass per page, and we will change here page size. Then we have our page number. Here we have our page number, and here we will pass page. And then we have to do for the category ID also. We will check here if it is not of null, and here we have to check if str search is equal to empty or str search is equal to null. Then only we will pass this filter, else what it will do, it will just pass the str search with the category ID also. So now we have to pass a query string category ID. Category is equal to category ID. Then we have to do for the sorting also. We will put here sort by, and here we have to change it to order by. Here we will change it to sort by, and last one we have to put here order, and here we have to change it to sort order. That will be ascending or descending order for the result order. And here also, here we are already providing that default value, so there is no need for putting any comparison for our null check and all. We can remove here. So here we have to change it to products URL, and here we will change it to products from JSON. Rest all of the things will be same. So what we did here, we have created one function for the get products, and the return type will be for our list type of product model, and there we are passing few variables like page number, page size, str search, category ID, sort by, sort order. And here we have the request header. Then we have the query string. Inside that we have consumer key, consumer secret key, and the fields. That is very important, because if we not pass this one, it will fetch all that data from the product API, which is not even required in our API. Like extra field will become, but to reduce the size for the JSON, also to speed up the APIs, we can pass this field variable so that it will fetch only those fields which is required for our application. And then we are just filling our query string for our str search, page size, then we have our page number, category, and then we have the sort by, then we have the sort order. Then we are just having the URL, and we are just doing here get request, and we are checking here if the client status code is our 200. Then we are just returning here products from JSON. So now let's move further, and we will create our provider file so that we have the integration for our this API calling in our provider, so that we can maintain the state for our product listing and all, for our pagination and all. So now let's move further. So now we have to write the code for our provider file, and for that we have to go to our folder structure, and there we will create a new folder that will be named as a provider, and inside that we have to create a new file. We will name it as a products_provider dot file, and here we have to write the class here, class products provider, and we will write here with change notifier. So here we have to write few of the variables, and first one will be our list type of product model underscore products list, and we will initialize with the empty array. We will make it as a final here. Then we have to do for the sort by, and before that we have to create one class here for our class sort by, and we have two variables here. First one will be value, then we have our text, then we have our sort order. Here we have to create the constructor here, sort by, this dot value, this dot text, this dot sort order. And also we have to create one enum also, enum load more status, and we have 3 status: initial, loading, stable. Now here we have to create the object for our sort by underscore sort by is equal to, and that will be our default sort by we are providing here. Value will be popularity, text will be whatever the text we want to give, and this is the value which will be passed in our API, and we will put here popularity, and the sort order we are passing here ascending. Next we have to create a variable for int type of total pages is equal to 0, page size is equal to 10, and here we have to put comma, and here we have to put semicolon. Then we have the load mode status underscore load mode status is equal to load mode status dot stable. By default status we will put as a stable here. Then we have to define the variables for our string underscore str search is equal to empty underscore category id is equal to empty. Then we have to do the get for this variable so that we can access it in our pages, because all these are our private variables that we have to set from this provider. And then we have to make the variable for the get also so that we can call from our other pages. List type of product model, get all products, and here we have to map it with our underscore product list. Then we have our double, get total records underscore product list dot length dot to double. Here we have to put double. Then we have our load mode status, get load more status, and we have to assign it with our underscore load mode status. Then we have our string type of get str search, and we will map it with our underscore search. Same we have to do for this category also, and we have to remove underscore from here. Then we have to create a constructor here, and here we have to create one function for reset stream that will be basically used for reset some values and all. And before that we have to create here void reset streams underscore product list dot clear. Then we have to set the load mode status, and that we have to create here set load more state, and we have to pass here load more status. Here we have to pass load more status is equal to this load more status, and we have to pass here notify listener true. So what it will do, when we set any value, it will do the notify listener, then we will get the whatever the updated value is, and wherever this value is used it will be updated that value. And now we have to call this one from here, and we have to pass here load mode status dot initial, and from here we have to pass the reset streams, and from here we will do the sort by also, and we will set this one. After that we have to create one function for our fetch product also, and we will write here fetch products, and here we have to pass page number. That will be the required field, and rest of the variables we can make it as a optional. And we have string str search, string category id, then we have string as a nullable sort by, then we have string sort order is equal to ascending. And from here first of all we set the load mode status. We will set here set load mode status dot loading. Then we have our list type of product model item model is equal to, and from here we will call our API service, and we have to make this function as async here, and here we have to write await API service dot get products, and we have to map these values str search. We will map it with our underscore str search. Same we have to do for the page number, and here we have to map it with our page number. Then we have page size, and we will map it with our page size, and we will map it with our page size. Then we have our sort by, and then we have our category ID, and we will map it with our category ID. Then we have our sort by, and we will map with our underscore sort by dot value, because this is a class we are using here, and inside that we have our value text sort order, and we have to map it with our value. Then we have our sort order, and we will map it with our sort by dot sort order, and here we will check if item model dot is not empty. Then we will call here underscore product list dot add all, and we will pass this item model. Then we have to set here load more status dot stable. Then we will call here notify listener. So what we did here, we have just we have created one function that is fetch product, and there we have passed off some variables like page number, str search, category ID, sort by, sort order. Then we have our set load more status, and we are passing a load more status dot loading, because we are just going to hit the API. That's why we are making the state as a loading here. Then we are just calling our API by calling the get products, and we are assigning it with our list type of product models. There we are passing the str search, page number, page size, category ID, sort by, sort order, and then we are just checking here if this is not empty, then we are just filling our product list with add all, and we are passing this item model here, and we are setting here set load more status. We are just passing a stable. That means we have got all the data from the server. Now we are making it load more status as a stable here, and we are just calling a notify listener. After that, we have to create few more functions here for setting our sort order, for our searching for our product category and all. We have to write here set sort order, and we have to pass a sort by, and here we have underscore sort by is equal to sort by, and we have to reset the stream here. So what it will do when we change any sorting here, then it will change this sort by and set the new value, and then at the same time we will just call this reset stream also, so that it will empty the existing data and all. And from here we are just calling this load more status also as initial here, and after that we have to create here set search str, and we have to pass a value, and here we have to set str search is equal to value. Then we have to call a ret stream, and from here we will call reset stream. Here we have to call the fetch product, and we have to pass page number as a 1, because when we do any searching we have to reset all the page and all the data also, and we have to make the fetch product as a 1 here. In the same way we have to copy this one, and we have to paste here for the category also, and we will change it to set product category, and here we will set our underscore category ID is equal to value, and we will reset here. And at the same time we have to reset our str search also, like if we already search any product and we go to the product category listing, and from there we will click on that any particular category, in that case our search value already having some value, we have to reset it. Then we have to call here reset stream also, and the fetch product we have to pass here 1. So this is our product provider that we will consume in our Flutter UI and all. So let's move further. So now we have to do the design for our UI for the product listing and all, and for that we have to go to our pages. Inside that we have to create a new folder that will be named as a products, and there we have to create a new file, and we will name it as a product underscore item underscore card underscore widget dot, and here we have to make the status widget, and we will put here stateless, and here we have to name it as a product item card widget. Here we have to define few of the variables. First one will be our final product model item, and here we have to make the container here, and we have the visit here, and here we have to create two variables. First will be final double visit is equal to 174, final double height is equal to 250, and here we have to pass both height and we have to assign with our height variable. Then we have the decoration, and we will make here box decoration, and the border we will pass here border dot all, and the color we are using here border color. Here we are using the gray color, colors dot gray color. Then we have our border radius, and we are using here border radius dot circular 18. Then we have the child here, and we will pass some padding here, and we are using here edge inset dot all 15. Child we are using a column visit, and there we need 2 or 3 items. First one will be our image, and for that we will use a size box, and here we will use the height as a 75. Width we will use here media query dot of context dot size dot width. What it will do, it will use the width for our screen size here. Then here we have the child here, and here we will check if item dot images is not empty. Then we will pick it from our image dot network image, and we will pass here image dot images 0 dot url dot toString. Else we will use here empty size box. Here we have to put the children's here, and inside that we have to put this one. Here we have to put the exclamation sign also. So now we have to put the second child here, and we will give some spacing here, and we will put here size box height 10. Then we have our text visit, and we will show the product name here item dot product name, and the text align we will put here text align dot center. Then we have the style here, and we are using here text style. Font size we are using here 15. Font weight we are using here font weight dot bold. Then again we have to give some spacing here. We will copy this one and we will paste here, and we will change it to 5 here. Then we have to show the price here, and for that we are using a row wizard, because we have to show the price and the add to cart icon. In the left hand side we will have our price, and the right hand side we will have the button for the add to cart row wizard. Then we have the children's here. Here we have the text visit, and we have to show the dollar sign also. Here we will put slash dollar, and again dollar, and we have to put the curly brackets. Then we will put your item dot price here. Then we have the style here. We are using a text style, and we are using a font size 18. Font weight we are using a font weight dot bold. Then we have to give some spacing here. We'll put a spacer, or we can also put the size box also. Then we have to show the add button icon also, and for that we have to create one visit here. We can create here visit add visit, and from here we will return container, and we will put here height 45, width 45, and the decoration we are using here box decoration, and radius we are using here border radius dot circular 17. Then we have our color here, and we are using here app color dot primary color. We have to show here green color. Then here we have the child here, and we are showing here center wizard we are using, and we have to show the icon here icon, and we are passing here icons dot add icon. Then we have the color, and we are using a colors dot white color. Then we have the size here, and we are using a 25, and we have to pass this one from here. Here we are getting some error because we have to put these variables in the constructor also, and we will pass here this dot required this dot item. So what we did here, we have created one widget here and we make it as a stateless widget. There we have the product model item that we will pass from our product listing page. Then we created a container here with the box decoration. Then we have our column widget and there we have our image. Then we have our some spacing here. Then we have our product name. Then we have our some more spacing. Then we have the row widget for our showing the price plus our add card icon. So now let's move further and we will create our product listing page also. Here we will create a new page and we will name it as a products_page.dart file and we will make it as a stateful widget products page. Here first of all we need a scroll controller because we are going to implement our lazy loading, and for that we have to capture the event for like if the user is at the bottom of the page, then we will load 10 more records. For that purpose we need the controller, scroll controller. We can handle our events and all. Here we write final scroll controller underscore scroll controller is equal to scroll controller. Then we have our end type of underscore page is equal to 1. By default we will make the page as a first page. Then we have our variable for category ID, category name. So what it will do, when we come from our category page and from there we will pass the category ID and the category name, and the category name will be shown in the app bar and the category ID will be passed for our get products API, and there we are just passing the category ID, and on the basis of that it will load all the product under that category. Here also we have to create the one array for our sort or ordering and all. We will make it as a final underscore sort by options is equal to empty array. Here we have sort by. First value will be our popularity and text will also the same here. We will make it as a p caps. Then we have the sort order and we will put here ascending order. Same way we will copy this one and we will paste 3 times. Here second one will be our modified. Here we will name as the latest. It will sort the product on the basis of the modified date. Then here we have our price. First we have to show the price in the price high to low, and here we have to make it descending order. In the same way we will copy this and we will paste here and we will change it to low to high, and here we will put this price. So now what we have to do, we have to use our did change dependencies function and we have to override it, and there we have to write the code for our scroll controller listener and all. We will have here override void did change dependencies. Here we will write super dot did change dependencies, and here we have to get our values from the arguments, whatever the values we will pass from our category page, and we have to read here. We have our map arguments is equal to model route dot of context dot settings dot arguments as map. Then we have our category ID is equal to arguments. We have our cat ID to string. We will check here if it is null empty, then we will pass here empty here. Same way we have to do here also. We will do for our category name, and here we will change to cat name. Now here we have to write the listener also for the scroll controller and all, and it will listen for the page scrolling, and we have to first write here product list is equal to provider of, and we have to import here the provider class of, and we have to pass here products provider context listen false. So in case we have to listen any event change and all, then we have to make this listen as a true. But here what we have to do, we have to just call our functions. We don't have to listen anything. We have to just give the command to the provider to do some action and all, and we have to write here underscore scroll controller dot add listener, and here we will check if underscore scroll controller dot position dot pixel is equal to underscore scroll controller dot position dot max scroll extend. That means we are at the end of the page. Then we have to call here product list dot set loading status, and we have to make the loading status as a loading here. That means data is loading here, and we have to call here product list dot fetch product, and we have to pass this page number, and we have to put here plus plus page. This variable we have to pass here. Then we have to pass this category ID, and we will map here to string. So what it will do, it will have the listener here, and there it will check if the user is at the end of the page. Then it will make the loading state as a true. That means loading is started, and after that it will call that fetch product, and we are passing a page number plus plus, like if you are in page number 1 and then again you come to the end of the page, it will increment that page variable to the page number 2. In that way it will call our API. If we go here, you will see here after getting the data it will call the notify listener, and also before that it is making the load more state as a stable. That means the loading is completed. So these variable will be used in our showing the data and all. So now let's move further, and here we have to use our scaffold widget, and here we are using app bar. Background color we are using a colors dot transparent. Elevation we are using 0. Then we have center title. We have to make the title in the center of the app bar true. Then we have to put here automatically imply leading. So here we are making automatically imply leading false. That means we have to hide that our default back button. Instead of that we have to show our own back button, and we will write here leading gesture detector, and we are putting it on tab, and we are calling a navigator dot pop context and a child. So what it will do, when we click here it will go back to the previous page. In the child we have to show the container here, and there we are using the padding here, and we are using here as inset dot only left 25. Then we have the child here, and we are using an icon, and we are using a icons dot arrow back icon. Color we are using a colors dot black color. So it will show the back icon of that iOS back icon, and a color we are using here black. And here in that actions we have to show the filter icon that we will create here, and before that we have to also put the title here, and we are using a container, and also here we are using some padding here, and we are using a as inside dot symmetrics horizontal 25. Then we have the child here, and we are using here text widget, and we are passing here our category name, and the style we are using here text style. Font weight we are using here font weight dot bold, and the font size we are using here 20. For the title we are showing here font size as a 20, and here we have to show the body here, and for that we have to create one widget, and we will name it as a products list. So now we have to create this widget here. Here we will write widget underscore products list, and from here we will return consumer widget, and we are using a product provider. So what consumer will do, consumer in the provider is like whenever we have to read some data from our provider, we have to use a consumer here. Here we have the builder, and here we have the context. Here we have our context value child, and first of all we have to check here if product model, we have to name it as a product model. This will be our data here, and we will put here product model dot all products dot is not empty, and product model dot get load mode status is not equal to load mode status dot initial. Then we will return here column widget, and here we have the children's, and we are using a flexible widget. In the child we are using a grid view dot count, and the cross access count we are using it 2. Then we have our main axis spacing and we are using it 2. Then we have our cross axis spacing, we are putting a 0. And the controller we have to map with our scroll controller. So that scroll controller will only work with this grid only. So that's why we are mapping here. If we want to map it to some other widget, that also we can do. And the shrink wrap we are using here true. And the physics we are putting here constant always scrollable physics. Then we have the scroll direction and we are using a axis dot vertical. Then we have our padding and we are putting here edge inset dot all 1. And for the children's we have to map with our products model dot all products dot map, and we have to map it with our product model class. Here we have to put item, and from here we will return. Before that we have to put it to list, and here we have to return some padding here, and we are using a edge insert dot all 5. And here we have the child, and from here we will call our product item card visit, and we have to pass here item as this item. And here we have to put the loader for the loading, and we are using a visibility visit because that loader will not show always. It will only show when the load mode status will be loading. And we have to put here visible, and we have to put a condition product model dot get load mode status is equal to load mode status dot loading. And here the child we are using a container. We will pass the padding here edge insert dot all 5. Then we have the height 35, width 35, and the child we are using here circular progress indicator. So here we have to check if there is product mode is all product empty, then we have to show here no products, and we have to write here product model dot all products dot is empty, and product model dot get load mode status is equal to load mode status dot stable. We have to return here center visit. Child we have to use a text visit, and we have to put here no products. Style we are using here text style. Font weight we are using here font weight dot bold. Then we have our font size also, we will put here 25. And here we have to show the loader here. By default it will show the loader constant, and we are using a center visit. Child will be circle progress indicator. So what we did here, we have created one method for the product listing, and there we are calling our consumer products provider, and there we are using the builder here. And here we have the condition, like we are checking here if that all products is not empty and the load mode state is not initial, then we have to show the grid view here, and there we are just calling our product item card visit. And here we have the visibility visit for showing the loader. In case we have the status as a loading here, it will show the loader at the bottom. Then here we are just checking if the all product is empty and the load mode status is also stable. That means the API hit has been done and we got the status as stable, but there is no record came from the server. In that case we have to show here no products, and by default we are showing here circle progress indicator. So now we have to write the visit for our filters and all. We will write here visit underscore product filters, and from here we will return pop-up menu button, and here we have that item builder and all. And first of all we have to write here on selected event we have sort by as a variable name. From here we will just call our set sort by order, and we have to put here product provider is equal to provider of products provider context listen false. And from here we will call product provider dot recent reset streams, product provider dot set sort by order, that will be this value, and here we have to call product provider dot fetch products, and we have to pass the page here, and we have to pass our category ID also. We will pass here category ID dot toString, and here we have the item builder. We have to pass the build context. Here we will return underscore sort by options dot map item, and from here we will return pop-up menu item, and the child we will pass, and here we have to pass the value, and we will pass this item here, and here in the child we will pass here container child here text visit item dot text, and here we have to write to list. So now here you will see this error is also gone because we have to set the item builder that will map with this sort by options, and also we have the icon here, and we have to show that filter icon, sort by icon, container we are using here, and we will put here padding, and we are using here add insert dot only right 25. Here we have the child, and we are using here icons dot sort icon. Then we have the color here, and we are using a colors dot black color. So now we have to call this visit from this action which we have created earlier. In the action it will show the sort icon and all. So now we have to modify our main.dart file to include our providers details and all. Here we have to write multi provider, and here we have the providers collection, and we have the child here, and for the child we are using this material app code. Now here in the providers we have to pass here change notify provider, and we have to create here context, and we have to map this products provider. So if in case we will not do this thing, then our provider will not work. And here we have to use the multi provider because we are going to use a multiple providers here in our application. And here in the child we are linking with our product page, and a similar way here also we have to define a new route here. We will copy this and we will put here /products, and here we have to pass our product page here. So now we have to go to our existing code for our category page, and from here we have to, here in the on tab we have to create one function, and that we have to call here there, and we have to make it here void on category item click. We have to pass here build context category model category item, and again here we have to write here product provider is equal to provider of, and we have to pass here product provider context listen false, and we have to call here product provider dot set product category. So what we are doing here, we are just calling our set product category whenever any category is clicked here. Then we have to set our category, and then when the fetch product function will be called, it will read that category from there. Here we have category item dot category ID. Then from here we will navigate to our products page, and we will write here navigator dot of context dot push name, and we have to write this route which we have created products argument we have to pass here, and these are the argument which we reading here, this category ID and category name. And here we will pass cat ID category item dot category ID cat name category item dot category name, and we have to link this one from here. So now let's run the application and see is it working or not. So here our application is working. So now we will click on the categories. So now we will click any of the category here. We will click on the grocery. This click is not working we have to check what the issue is. So here we call it wrong. Here we have to pass the context, and also we have to pass this category item. Now we will save, and now again we will click on this any category here. So here we are getting the error. So let's see. So here value is coming in the integer. So here we have to put toString. Let's reload the application and again click here, and here also we are getting the error. Let's see what the issue is. So here also for page number we have to put toString, and same we have to do for this page size also. Let's save it and let's retry again by reloading. Now again I click on this category. Now load is loading here. So you can see here we are getting all that products here, and the top you will see we have the back button, and then we have the category name, then we have the sorting here, that menu is coming here. And here if I go to the bottom, you can see again one API hit is gone because we are loading a set of another 10 records. You can see here load is loading here. Now you can see more record loaded here. So that means our lazy loading is also working perfectly fine here. So you can see here this category name also everything is coming. If we go back and if we select a different category, you can see no products because we don't have any product under this category. If we again go there, you can see this category name is getting changed here. You can see this product is coming under this category. So that's all in this video. I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe channel, like, comment, share. I will come back soon with another awesome video. Thank you for watching our video.